That's I think our ultimate goal. Is to make the world better by putting in the work.
I'm Paula Bell, originally from Brooklyn, New York, lived here in Iowa since 2006. I own my own company, Paula A. Bell Consulting LLC, and I am doing a middle school program here with middle schoolers at the Willkie House.
And I'm Diogenes Ayala, people call me Dio, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I'm also from Brooklyn, New York. I was here as a speaker talking to children today about career success and how you grow up and the best things you can do. I'm also a Homeland Security expert in terrorism and counterterrorism.
Beautiful. Theo, why is it important to come and speak to these young minds?
I think it's important because there's not enough people out here talking to young people, right? I think we think of young people as like careless or like, they'll grow up and figure it out. But I always kind of think about when I was a kid, what would have been great for me is having someone mentor me and tell me what to do. I said earlier that I didn't really figure it out until I was graduating high school, that I probably need to get myself together. So I think it's important for me to go out and talk to young people to kind of talk about things that I've done, right? I've been successful in my own way, but it's been a struggle. And I think kids need to hear that because sometimes kids just believe that what their circumstances are is where they're going to be. And I want to help them understand that there are other options out there for you. That's not just athletics, right? We get a lot of people that get into like, I want to play football or basketball. It's right, but what if you blow your knee out, right? What other plans do you have to be successful in life? And that's kind of why I wanted to come here today and talk to the kids.
Beautiful. Paula, you're a staple in this community. You've been working with kids for a while. In fact, that's how I knew of you. What made you get so involved with kids? And then kind of talk about all the different programs you have going on with young minds.
So as far as the youth, I remember when I was growing up, I really didn't have a lot of people who imparted a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom into me as far as opportunities and growth. It was like a trajectory. You go to college, you get married, you have kids, you have a family, all of that. The sky's the limit though. So when I started out on my own journey of life, I figured out that there's a lot more to life than just that. And you can do a lot more. But I also realized having my own kids and watching what they went through in school, that there's a lot of kids out there who don't have support. And so that bothers me. A lot of times my kids' friends would come to my house and we'd have conversations and talk. And so I've always had a sort of an interesting relationship, especially with teenagers. I'm able to get teenagers to open up to me and talk to me. So that's just the thing that I've done. As far as everything that I offer, wow. So I do fitness. I'm doing 2 programs right now. I'm doing one here at the Willkie House, the career exploration, where I'm helping our middle schoolers figure out the different careers that are out there. Hence why I had Dio come in and others come in to help them understand what's out there and available to them. In addition to, I am also doing an 8-week program for young women because I feel like the middle schoolers don't get the love like the elementary and the high school does. And middle school is such a transitional time in your life. And we have a lot of young ladies out there that are struggling. So I do an 8-week program with them to just build their confidence, find their voice, figure out what they want to be, figure it out on their own terms and not because somebody's telling them what they need to be. Because one thing I've realized is you out here working, and if you don't like what you're doing, it's not fulfilling. So I actually want people to actually like what they're doing.
Yeah, this is a 2-part question.
Sure.
All right. 1, what do you believe the takeaway was from the kids? And 2, what was the takeaway for you?
I think from the kids, just getting a different experience and hearing from someone else. I mean, it's not every day, like I was telling those kids, not every day you get to meet someone that has diverse experiences, right? You can read books, but usually, when you talk to someone, you get their story. And I think the game for me, just, pay attention in school. There are things that are out there. You have to work hard, you got to hustle. If you work hard enough and hustle, then, you can be successful. And again, it doesn't have to be college, it could be trade school, it could be anything, but now's the time to really pay attention and not just like, kids are kids, right? But in today's narrative of things where, a lot of our history is getting erased, or kids are learning that, that you can't really achieve that anymore. Like, just maybe go more toward a menial job. It's important for people that have what you consider like bigger jobs to come out and talk to kids, especially kids of color, because they can see, if he can do it, I can do it too. And I think for me, it's great to see kids wanting to learn something, right? They're kids, right? Kids are going to have a very small attention span, but understanding that I gave them something, right? Even if it was like one sentence they remember, that's what counts to me, because I want to see them be successful. Because again, the way things are changing in this world, especially in our country, we need to really prop up these young people more than ever.
Absolutely, great answer. Paula, I'm gonna have the same question for you, two-part question, and I can repeat it if you like. What do you think the takeaway was for the kids or the young minds, and what was the takeaway for you?
Well, for the kids, definitely they were engaged. They were listening. And what I like too is I try and bring in a mixture of genders, because I think it's just as important that they see strong Black men as well as strong Black women. And so it was nice to see the interaction with someone, especially for the young men that are in there, because it's been pretty heavy female loaded right now. I mean, we've had a couple of men come in there, but the interaction was even different. I saw that the vibe was different there. So I do think Dio made an impact on some of the things that he talked about. And what they probably picked up more this time than they have in others is how varied his background is. He talked about many different things that he has done. It's not just been one thing. So it makes you think a little bit. As for me, my takeaway is we're just imparting seeds, right? So if I can just keep bringing in people to give them seeds that hopefully will harvest at some point in their life, then my job here is done. But I just want them to get the exposure, because I don't think they see, to Dio's point, enough of us who have, even though the struggle's been real, but we've accomplished a lot, they don't get to see that all the time, because we're pretty much grinding all the time. So to stop for a minute and to step away from the grind and to take a moment to sacrifice some of your time to impart that knowledge in them is a huge takeaway. And they were definitely engaged. So they were listening. So there were some seeds sown today.
The takeaway for me, because I don't just ask the question, I answer the question as well. But as you said, the representation. I think especially being in Des Moines, Iowa, representation is very limited. And it is so important for that representation to take place. It's not taking place in the education system as it needs to be. So it is very important for us to come out and show our face. I think for a lot of years, we don't see Black successful. We have many Black successful, but we don't see it, and that makes a major difference. And it's so important to see the Black successful. So that's what I took away from this whole thing. I also think it's beautiful to watch you guys work. It's beautiful knowing that we got people in you guys' positions that are willing to take that time to spend with these young minds. I love to see that, and it's beautiful to capture that on film. So I'm gonna go out here and try to make a coin on it. Kind of joking on that, but
well, that's how Zetas and Sigmas roll.
It's just beautiful to watch. I just want to thank you guys for inviting me to be able to witness this. Thank you.
Appreciate you being here to film this and to kind of see the engagement of the children and ask questions as well. That's really important.
Absolutely.
I think, you said the two of us, but you are part of that as well. So thank you for being here and being engaged.
Absolutely. It was my honor. So yeah, I really not only enjoyed it, I learned a lot. And the key is just to show the importance of speaking to our young minds and being involved with our young minds. That's the key. That's I think our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Is to make the world better by putting in the work. So it's definitely beautiful. So thank you. Respect.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
My own time, no need for rest. 'Cause when you keep on pushing